kids doing?
My kids, to be honest, they're doing a lot better. You know, I was listening to this interview the other day, and he was talking about the effects of like young boys or whatever, and they get so angry, and when they're young, they don't have their fathers. They have so much anger pent up in them, and they end up channeling that anger in different types of ways, and end up wanting to take somebody's life and this and that or whatever. And when I was listening to it, I recognized my son after his father passed up until like probably the beginning of this year, so angry, and it was never that child. Like when I tell you like stellar child, he was that. But he was so angry, and like I'm talking about, like if I was like, give me the phone, he like no, like he want to step up to me, anybody, he'll step up to anybody, and so
that's trauma though. He's just projecting the pain and the hurt he feels from losing his father.
He was, but like he said, you gotta channel that, and I understood, and it was making me mad. Sometimes I'm like, listen, I'm restraining myself right now because you got me messed up coming at me like that, but I was like, I'm gonna find a proper help for you. So I put him in a mentorship program and a karate program. And he even tried his karate coach or whatever. Like, if you see this big guy right here, he about that size. And he was like, I'm about to let him know I ain't scared of him. I'm scared of not, I'm tired of not speaking up and saying, he was 7 years old at the time, 7 years old, talking about, or 8 years old. I'm tired of not letting him, like making him feel like I'm scared of him. And I was like, I don't think he think you scared of him. He was like, well, I'm gonna speak up. He spoke up. He stepped to the dude. He got picked up by his little karate suit up in the air about 6 feet off the ground, or about 3 feet off the ground. And he got dealt with, and I had to allow that to happen because, it was hard to watch.
But you were there when it happened?
Yeah, I was there. I had to walk out because I was like, listen, I just don't know. But I needed to let it happen because I did respect his mentor, his coach or whatnot. And it needed to happen. And from that day on, he ain't tried me, him, nobody. And the coach told him, like, man, you got a spirit that's trying to get you to self-destruct. You angry, I understand, but you need to learn how to control it. Self-control is everything, right? And afterwards, I was like, what did Daddy used to always say? He was like, if you're not in control, you out of control. And I was like, so we need to stay in control, because being out of control, like, you got to maintain self-control. And so we worked through those. And when I tell you, from that day and just ongoing, my son, it's like a burden was lifted off of him, and he's doing so much better, so much back kind of to his old ways and his old self. And I'd be thankful for that, just for channeling that energy in the right type of direction,
How we doing, family? Celestial Rising, Divine Afternoon, and Grand Night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your Divine Reflection, Divine Messenger, and we are back with another message. And, of course, as you can see, yesterday I posted a video as far as the biolab experiment, and then what was the other one I posted? Oh yeah, the Saints and the Falcons, and like people becoming unconscious as far as these stadiums and all that, sacrificing themselves as far as fighting, whatever. But today's video it should hit home for especially a lot of young men, and to my young women as well. This should also hit home for you as well. If it doesn't, I didn't do my job. But either way it goes, my job is to not please your ego, but it's to help understand why your ego was asleep on this topic or this certain dilemma that you weren't really confronting, basically. I was trying to think of a word, but that you weren't confronting, basically, because a lot of times in our communities, including the carbonated community or the Black community, a lot of us do not have, fathers. A lot of us are raised by single mothers. And honestly, truthfully, many of us don't even have a mother or a father, which is also very sad in its own understanding. But to the people who do have a mother and a father, understand, be thankful that you do have both of these guardians in your household, because there are some people, they don't have that in their home. And I came across this video on Twitter because obviously we understand that the case with young Dolph, understand too, because if we want to go deeper beyond the surface level, if you go down to the rabbit hole, young Dolph was sacrificed, obviously. And the thing is too, Paper Route Illuminati or Paper Route Empire, whatever the case may be, but his last album, he had the symbolism with the eye and all that, and he sacrificed himself to these higher fraternities or these astral leeches to monetize his solar energy forever, meaning that his voice will forever live on. That's why he had infinite money. And I was listening to 16 Zips yesterday on how he came up off of 16 Zips, and it's just like, even with his music, his lyrics, his mysticism, and his alchemy, all he was rapping about was degeneracy and ignorance. And then people are surprised. Like, people really feel as if he got killed or whatever. And people don't understand mind control. They don't understand clones. They don't understand human hybrids. They don't understand different experiments. So Young Dolph was a character or a lab experiment that was meant to control the minds of, let's say, a lot of youth who were raised up in low-income neighborhoods. Because, of course, in middle class and even suburbs, I won't say that they weren't listening to Young Dolph, but you won't really be influenced by Young Dolph. But he was influential, obviously. But you wouldn't be, if you had common sense, you wouldn't be influenced by his lyrics. If you grew up in a 5-story house with a pool in the backyard, you got birds flying in your garden is forever lasting. It goes on forever. It takes you 3 people. You got to charge 3 people to cut your grass. You got 5 cars in the driveway. So you don't know what suffering is. You have a golden spoon in your mouth every night. You got chandeliers in your house. It takes a helicopter to change the chandeliers. You have no reason to complain about, growing up in poverty. But Young Dolph hit home for a lot of people who can only sell drugs, kill people, rob people, talk about girls all day, wanting cars, all this different stuff, buying designer. He was made for those people. So he was an experiment, and he was controlling the minds of the youth. And I came across this video with his fiance, and he has a son. And she was talking about how when he grew up without his father, because of course his father was sacrificed, he does not know that his father was sacrificed. The little boy just understands that his father, and the thing is, so I don't want to speak on their situation, but I mean, to my young reflections out there, if you understand what goes on, if your mother or father, they're in the industry and something ironic happens to them, study gematria, study the Jewish numerology system to where they're speaking to you in code through the lettering system that they have came up with, because they're telling you to escape their karma. They had to tell you through the number system, because numbers hold a lot of value. It's just like 1, 2, 3. It's just that easy. But you got to study this stuff, because you can't just wake up one day and just understand gematria off the whim. No, you got to practice this stuff every single day. I'm still learning gematria every single day as well, because there are some people who do these, like, they'll type in these words or sentences and then like they'll add up to these different, propagandas. I'm just like, how do y'all do that? So I'm still learning myself. But once I get information, I'll place it right in front of y'all as well, let you know, like, hey, they are scripting these rappers' lifestyles, and then people are giving them the energy that they wanted the whole entire time. Meaning that, for example, many people, they'll get sacrificed in these industries or these fraternities and sororities. And when this happens, the people on the outside looking in, they'll give them the sad feeling, they'll get them anger, frustration. It's just all these different emotions. You're giving this energy harvester more energy, not knowing that this person's not really dead for real, but the character that the person was attached to, they are gone physically, but spiritually this character lives on forever. So when a actual rapper or artist is actually gone from this child's lifestyle, like physically forever for good, like if the person didn't want to get cloned, if the elites couldn't get to them, then of course that's when a child will be affected. And to my young men out there, even my young women out there, you have to forgive your father and mother for what they are doing, because they are just doing the best they can to put food into your mouth. So you have to forgive them for the things that they will be doing, the things that they will be doing or have done, because they don't know any better. They're programmed, and you won't understand that until you get older. But if you don't have a father, you lashing out your frustration upon the world will not bring your father back. You lashing out your energy upon the world to your friends, your family, the co-workers, these teachers, even your mentors, your coaches, that will not bring your father back. I'm going to say that one more time. You lashing out your energy, you trying to fight people back, you arguing, you trying to harm people, hurting people, you even attempting to get this energy out for no apparent reason because of, your father not being here or your mother not being here, that will not bring your parents back. You have to be able to sit with your emotions, and you have to be able to be in control of the outer control of your emotions and the way you're feeling about them emotionally, because your emotions are validated. And don't ever feel as if somebody will tell you, man, you shouldn't feel that certain way. Stop all that crying. Why are you frustrated? You shouldn't be frustrated. No, you can feel a certain way, because people can't understand your pain. They don't understand how it feels to not have a father, because some people, it's like, imagine somebody having a mother and a father in the household every single day, but you came into the world with no mother or just no father. They can't tell you how to live your life, because you don't know what it feels like to have a dad or a mom in your life. So when somebody's trying to tell you how to feel, fuck how they feel about the way you're feeling. You feel how you're supposed to feel, because that's all that matters, is how you're feeling in the first place. Because the people who are telling you how to feel, they can't walk a mile in your shoes. They'll try to. They'll try to talk you out of these things. They'll try to make you feel a certain way, but they can't. The only person that can make you feel satisfied, to make you feel content, is yourself. And you have to forgive yourself as well. And on top of that, with our people, we cannot sit here and blame God for the crucifixion of these characters that we call mom or dad, because it's all divine timing, meaning that our family, they have to go at some point in a simulation. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. But we gotta understand that, our moms and our dads, they had to go at some point in a simulation. So if you're born and your mom and dad died, or one of them died before you turned 5 years old, you weren't conscious of their existence, but it's sad and it hurts, because you go out to the park, you go into society, and you see many different people with their mom and their, dad playing in the park, or going to school, their mom saying, bye, I love you. It's just that feeling. You don't really get that feeling anymore. And then you may not have a guardian who knows how to love you for real, because of course they're not actually, the hell you looking at? Sorry, I'm in a car right now, but I got distracted. But yeah, so they don't know how to cater to you, because their guardian, or your guardian, is not really, they're not really sold on the fact that you're not their child for real. You're their child, but you're not their child. By you not being their child, they don't actually have to nurture your feelings or cater to you, but they wanted to bring you in their home or their humble abode, and they wanted to make sure you feel how it feels to have a family within your reach. But that still isn't your family. They can't understand the way you're feeling. Meaning that, for example, some of these guardians, they only want to have you in their possession because of financial literacy. And a lot of times these people know what they're doing because they want to traumatize you deeply. And also, a lot of you are being trafficked by your guardians who are not your actual parents. Because what is an actual parent in a fallacy? And many people can't understand that. But once you get deep and down into the nitty and gritty of parents, your parents, for one, they say honor your mother and father. But if I don't honor Lucifer and Satan, what happens to me? What happens to me? So if your guardian is beating on you, verbally abusing you, mentally, spiritually, physically, should you still honor your mother and father? It's just like I say, you should respect them and love them from a distance, because, of course, you deserve to be loved on. You deserve to be cared for. You deserve to be taken care of. But some of these people can't take care of you because they can't take care of themselves. Not only that, if the guardian can't take care of themselves, that means that your guardian, their guardians didn't take care of them when they were a child. So, of course, their subconscious mind can only do what they were programmed to do. Not take care of you, obviously, because they can't take care of themselves. Sometimes your guardians don't even know what they want to eat for dinner. But then you're surprised because they can't cook you a meal. It's like, you're like, mom and dad, where's my meal for it? Like, where's dinner? Where's breakfast? Where's lunch at? They don't know how to cook for you because they got too many things going on in their programming. And you had to forgive them for that. And the thing is, too, a lot of you grown up very early in your age or your level of aging. And because of that, too, you probably had siblings. So many of you who are older siblings, if you can relate to this, you know what I'm talking about. But the older siblings, you had to have taken care of your younger siblings. So if you were a boy, for example, or a young man, you had to be the father of your siblings. Like if you have a little brother or little sister, you had to be their father figure. And you had to take care of them. You had to burp them, make sure that they were going to bed on time, put food on the table for them, clothe them, bathe them, all that. You had to take care, read to them, write for them, do their homework. That's stressful on your mind because, of course, the guardian won't step up. And the thing is, too, you're so young and you're just like, why am I doing a parent's job when I'm not even a parent? Exactly. What is a parent in a fallacy? You have to forgive the simulation for what it does to us because many of our children are hurt right now. And the thing is, too, to my adults out there who can comprehend this message, even to my young adults, forgive the children and forgive the youth who are trying to rob you, steal from you, kill you, talk back to you, who don't have any home training. You have to forgive them in their program, even as a coach as well, because for me, from experience as coaching, I understand that it's very hard to get a kid to listen to your mindset or your coaching because they feel as if they know better or they feel as if that you can't tell them right from wrong because they got it down pat. But it's like your mom and dad wouldn't trust me, within their arms because you obviously need help in this sport. But I can't guide you if you don't want to help, if you don't want to accept my guidance. But they won't understand that until they get older, which is why you got to forgive the young child's mindset. So when I heard this video from his fiance, Young Dolph's fiance, it was just like a traumatizing effect, because it's like I can relate to that. You know, not having a father in my life, having a father when I met him at an older age, but not having him there when in my youth, that made me want to become angry. I wanted attention so bad. And my mom was always working, doing whatever she could for me and my brother. But it's just like, there comes to a point in time to where your mom cannot help you be a better man. Your mother cannot help you be a better man. Your father cannot help you be a better woman. You have to forgive your mom and your dad because they're trying. Now, sometimes too, though, because for one, I'm a realist. I'm not here to speak truth. I'm here to give you some real, authentic truth-telling in a spell-casting format of living. Your mom cannot help you be a better man. You got to do that for yourself. Your father cannot help you be a better woman. You have to do that for yourself as well. You have to make sure you look into the mirror every single day and ask yourself, what kind of mom would you want to be if you don't have a mom? What kind of dad would you want to be if you don't have a dad in your life? You are 100% responsible for your choices and your actions in this world of habits that are being siphoned unconsciously through a codex or a different code of frequencies that we are living in unconsciously through a satanic frequency and an illusion. And by you living in an illusion, you have to be able to understand that these different instances are going to knock you down in frequency. So if you are not healing yourself, you're not doing your shadow work, you're going to be basically fighting yourself every single day because you don't have a dad or mom in your life. But it's not your fault. But you have to forgive yourself for thinking that you are at fault because your mom and dad weren't in your life. It's not, no, don't blame yourself because they're not here for you. They're not here for you because, for one, things happen. Shit happens in lifestyle. It is what it is, sadly. But the one thing that you had to do is be able to forgive them for not being here. And yes, you should cry, unleash your emotions, unleash the way you feel these feelings and be one with them. Don't hide from them. Don't run from them. On top of that, if you are overthinking, you don't know where to put your feelings at, put them in a journal. Go outside and go put your feet into the ground. Drink some water fast. You know, go to the library, read a book, make some content, like some videos that will help people self-improve themselves, and exercise. Do things that can help self-improve your mindset, because that's all we're trying to do anyways, because at a certain age, people aren't going to help you anymore. Like when you get over the age of 18, a lot of people will not help you in life because they can't even help them damn selves. So if you cannot help yourself in this world, the world will turn its back on you. You have to be able to help yourself to the point to where people want to help you because you can help yourself no matter what. You have to work so hard that people see that you're working hard, and they work harder for you because they already know that you come to work every single day. You come to school every single day at a top performance. You don't complain. You don't bitch. You don't cry. None of that. Now, of course, you cry when you get home. You catch fits when you get home because it hurts not to see your mom and dad at home. But you come to work. You come home. You don't come home, but you go to work. You go to school, and you're at your A game, man. You're working hard. You're respectful. You're intuitive. You're listening to people. You're answering your questions from the teacher correctly. You're passing your tests. You're passing exams, SAT, ACT. You know, you're getting to college. But, of course, nobody can celebrate you because you don't have a family to be with or a family to celebrate with. And that's okay because guess what? Spiritually, you have a family that you have never seen before, but you have met them already. But physically, you can't see them because, of course, you live in an illusion in your subconscious mind. But once you understand all of this, you got to understand that you have to heal yourself. And there are a bunch of mentors out there, including myself, who want to help you because we have been in the same shoes as you when we were your age. But the thing is, though, if you want to keep pushing us away, we can't help you. So you can't get mad when nobody wants to help you because every time somebody wants to help you, you push them away because it hurts too bad to receive that help that you've been seeking since the day you were born. We are all in this together. We are all suffering together. So don't feel as if that you're in it by yourself because you're not. I want to help you the best way I can. That's why I try my best to post every single day for y'all because this is a wicked world that we live in. And the thing is, too, to my young reflections out there, you have to forgive your parents. Once again, I keep saying that, but people don't really understand how deep this shit gets because your parents are demonic programs. I didn't want to say that, but I'm saying it right now. Your family is demonic programs. And when you change their programming, you are doing it for the betterment of an angelic frequency. You are now transcending there's space and continuum in their mindset, because you want better for yourself. Your habits change, your mood changes, your face changes, your body changes, your hair changes, your height changes, your mindset will change. But once you change for the betterment of, for the betterment of an illusion that your family practices, or a different occultic practice that they're doing behind closed doors, they will turn their back on you as well. So if you don't have an original family, but you have been presented to a family that you call family, their demons will go against you, because we are living in a spiritual warfare currently, right now, every single day, every single minute, every single second. When you understand that the demons that you are shunning or shaming in your family, you are projecting those demons into yourself, because you also have demons as well that you are not aware of. But once you become aware of these demonic forces, now you begin to heal your demons, and you get to learn their names. I was talking too fast, but yeah, you get to learn their names. And once you learn their names, you understand who you are by name calling your subconscious entitlement. And once you do that, understand that no matter what, there are people who really want to see you do good. Like, for example, I want to see you become a better father figure and a better mother figure. But the thing is, though, you have to want to see that for yourself, because when your mentors, when your coaches, when your teachers aren't here anymore, all you have is yourself. When your siblings are gone, when your guardians are gone, all you have is yourself. So when you're in your room, bawling your eyes out, it's okay. When you're bawling your eyes out, put that pain into the music. Put that pain into your cooking. Put that pain into your videos. Put that pain into your journaling. Put that pain into, just talking. Go for a drive. If you don't have a car, go for a walk. Go talk to the universe. Give your emotions out to the universe, because the Almighty hears you, sees you, feels you. And on top of that, the Almighty is you. It's observing you through your observation that you are unconscious about. Never forget who you are. Never forget how powerful your mindset is, because your mind transcends all. The mind is all. Meaning that, for one, these feelings that you are feeling don't come from you. I'm going to say it again. The feelings that you are feeling do not come from you, but they come from fallen terrestrial deities who are programmed to be leashed on to your energy, your solar energy, because of the moon. So the moon also has a play into your emotions as well, but I'll get into that through the 2 moon teaching that will be done this week. But you have to mind your thoughts and your feelings, because they don't come from you. They are programmed by a cybernetic computer, or a Metatron, Texahedron, whatever you want to call this, hydroplane, terrestrial, cybernetic computer of Luciferian fallen entities who are watching you, and especially these egregores or egregores, these archons, all these astral leeches. They are programming themselves into your body. That's exactly why when you eat these foods, you have to mind what you're putting into your body, because when you fast, you'll be able to heal your emotions. When you fast from TV, from people, from music, from games, from school, all these different things are meant to help you and place you into a higher frequency, because that's what you should be living in the first place, is a higher frequency. You shouldn't want to live in a low vibrational state of mind, because that keeps you in a low vibrational state of your mindset. And if you die in low vibration, you will resurrect into the same exact mindset that you tried to escape from. And that same exact karma that you tried to escape from and you didn't heal from, it'll come right back into your spirit, into a different vessel in the next life. So no matter what, man, I appreciate y'all for listening to this video. Always be careful of who you're listening to. Always be careful of your guardians that you ask for, because of course you can't say, I didn't ask for this. You technically did spiritually. Physically you didn't, but spiritually you did. That's exactly why you have the family that you have right now. And if you don't have a family, create a family that you always wanted and you always needed, that you wanted to see yourself be in when you were young. And take care of the young that you give birth to. Love yourself and love your family no matter what. Even if they are Luciferian, love them, because of course it's all duality. There can't be love without hate. There can't be peace without chaos. There can't be conflict without resolution. When you are out of control, when you're in control, you have to always stay in control, because when you come out of control, you're not in control of your emotions anymore. You have to be able to control yourself while being controlled by your higher self. Because when you're controlled by your higher self, who is controlling your higher self? And if you call it God, don't forget, Satan also controls that title God as well. So what God are we talking about? Have a great day, God and Goddess.